Alrighty, let's get into it. Welcome, guys. Good to have you down here. HRT Red Bull Racing Australia and Team Techno VIP and the boys, Lounsey, JC and the Giz down here for our post-race, final post-race for the first race of the year. All good to go? Welcome down. Okay, JC, congratulations, mate. Just a fantastic race throughout the end to drive from 15th to 1st. Did you ever think coming onto the grid today that was a winnable race?
I'm going to every race wanting to win it. I knew it was going to have to go my way, but I was surprised really. I knew the car speed was going to be pretty good, but in the start it was pushing on really quite good, and it was pretty encouraging. I was able to get past quite a few guys, and we pitted early and had some clear track with these guys, and I was running with these guys pretty well. We had a few little issues with things in the car in that first little stint on the second stint, and ran wide a couple of times with a little issue, but we managed to get that resolved. And yeah, the car was pretty good. It was faultless and did its job today. It was a good feeling.
Incredible first event. The team changes, the recovery. Tell us about just how amazing this is, considering that a few weeks ago you were still fighting a fractured leg. The changes at the top with Adrian Burgess coming back in, incredible.
Yeah, it's definitely been a big couple of months, but look, we got 100% faith in ATB. That's why I was pretty pumped that he came on board, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. We're polishing a nugget at the moment. We've got plenty of work that we have to do to be able to match these guys week end out, because they're definitely still the class of the field at the moment. It's just we managed to get on top of it this race today. But look, it's been chaotic. I think it's not all Adrian. I think Matty Nielsen has been a fantastic signing. Alex Somerset, getting Blake off Jesus was pretty good too. So we've managed to get a good little herd of guys. This is the first time ever, I think, that HRT has probably opened their eyes and ears and listening to other opinions and realised that we didn't know and have all the answers, and sort of getting all the bits and pieces from everyone else and pulling the best possible package together. So the car that we had today is going to be incredibly different to the car we roll at the Grand Prix, and then it's just going to have big, huge chunks of things coming on the car. So it's definitely an exciting time at HRT, and for a Holden win here in Adelaide is fantastic as well. So it's been great.
How badly have you wanted to win this race, seeing as it was off the list of places you'd claimed?
Yeah, it's definitely my favourite event. It's Bathurst is a cool place, and the fans and the history makes that place. But this place is out of control. We roll in here on the Tuesday. There's 300,000 crazy people that come here each weekend and cheer us on. And to have that feeling and that vibe in the town makes it so much better and more pleasurable for us. We all lift our game, and it's such a better atmosphere to win in. And doing a little Frank the Tank and a stage dive off the side of the wall there was, I may have got a little carried away, but look, they don't come around too often.
All right, let's take it over to Craig. Congratulations on second. A first and a couple of seconds this weekend is remarkable, but let's start with this last lap. You're flying at 250 Ks up into turn 8, and you wipe the mirror off the left-hand side. You were very, very close to a DNF.
Yeah, look, I was lucky that as we come out of turn 7, I looked up the road and I saw Jack I don't know what he was doing, dribbling down the left-hand side, and I was basically trying to get a good run on obviously James to get down into turn 9, but we obviously committed into turn 8, and thing understeered, and I wasn't going to lift out of it, and then just sort of kissed the wall, and away we went. So it's thankfully didn't damage anything. We only had I think about 4 or 5 corners to make it to the checkered flag, but we put it all on the line just to try and make an opportunity, but. Gover's reclaiming. Basically, James did a great job. He drove the car straight. It was sideways a couple of times, but didn't make any mistakes. He made a couple of mistakes when he was behind us, sort of mid-race, but didn't make any when it counted. And we pushed hard. Our car was reasonably good on tyres, but just didn't quite get the drive off the corners to really put ourselves in position to dive down under brakes into 9, which we were strong, but just weren't quite there.
When you came in for that second stop, was that as late as you could push it fuel-wise? Because you had to go into fuel saving, which is eventually what lost you the race.
Had to come in that lap because we had a delaminating tyre. So had to come in that lap. Otherwise, we were trying to go for another 5 laps. But I think you saw my lap times drop off by about sort of second and a half to 2 seconds in one lap. And it just, thankfully, I heard the tyre started to hit the guard, and we were in a great position on the track to be able to come straight into the pits.
Okay, cool. That's interesting. SVG, let's take it over to you now. And, well, you were in the lead. You came up to the acceleration zone, which will no doubt be the talking point of this weekend. Talk us through what happens next, and do you feel like you deserve to be punished?
I looked at my speedo into the last corner doing 60 and didn't look at it again, you know, right up till the line, but I guess I did speed up. We got a penalty for it, so I must have, but I was trying to hold 60k, but you know, if we got a penalty and it's deserved, then fair enough. But unfortunately, I just missed the pitting under safety car there. I just missed the call, and Jamie and Garth made it in, and I had to go round again a lap behind the safety car, so our strategy was no good at that point anyway, but yeah, drive-through certainly didn't help.
You had a drive-through. Your strategy got thrown out the window, missing that chance to pit right then. Can you even believe that you made it back to third?
Sick of passing cars after this weekend, but we had pretty good speed. The car was really good, and I think we improved it over the weekend, and this morning in qualifying it was just awesome, you know, to be able to do those laps. I felt really good, and in the race as well, I got sick of hearing, you know, you're the fastest car on track. Like, shut up, we're 25th or something, but it was all right. You know, so to get through to third was quite a surprise. You know, I was actually pretty gutted for Percat. He was driving well. Like, you know, he's in a good position. He was, you know, blocking. We were much faster, but he probably might have held me off. So it's a shame for him. Would have been good at his debut and his home race, but I'll take it.
You started the season off with 2 drive-throughs now. Do you feel like you got a bit of a target on the back from the officials?
I hadn't had one since like Darwin 2011, and I had one at Sydney and then 2 here. So must be doing something wrong. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Yesterday was my fault completely. Just thought Scott was going to give me room, and he didn't. And I was committed, but probably not far enough up. And then, you know, just got to work at it. And those are the things that lose your championship. So just have to be smart about it and try and be more consistent from now on.
Jason Bargwanna is our new driving standard observer. You guys buddies, Facebook friends maybe?
I don't think I ever took him out, so I'm all right. But other people might have issues. But you know, I got no problem with him, and he come and saw me this morning and explained everything. And you know, I think he'd be pretty good.
All right, cool. Let's open up to the floor. Thanks, boys.
Well, you know, if you want a stupid question, I'll go with one. Before you went out the start line, you said, it's not a good day, try me again later. What changed between walking to the start line? Was the car better, or did everybody else make more mistakes than you did?
I was seeing you guys, but no, look, we were pretty annoyed in qualifying. We made quite a big change to the car overnight, and had quite a big rear locking issue into the hairpin and down into the last corner in quali, so we didn't really get the most out. We should have been in the 10 pretty comfortably, but you know, I didn't get it out of it, so I was a little bit upset with that. So I knew that I'd given myself a lot more work this afternoon. So yeah, I knew I had a good car, but yeah, I was just frustrated that I didn't get the most out of it in quali. So nothing changed, a few little tweaks. Your smiling face.
Guys, to all of you, I don't mind who answers it. Bridie's had a fairly big say in regards to the restart and how that's happened and what it obviously, the situation that happened there. You guys got any thoughts about how we can get these restarts right?
I don't think there's a problem with it before, so I don't know why we've changed it. It feels like you're walking, and to have everyone that close and fanning out, it was pretty hectic there into turn one. As I turned in, Garth didn't get a good jump, and I went around the outside of him, and as I turned in, I was looking in the mirror to see if I was clear of him, and I had to have a double take because I saw BOC bonnet sort of rolling behind me, and you know, to have that sort of accident there, I think you definitely have to have a bit of a look at it, you know, not only for you know, driver safety, but also spectators. That was pretty huge.
So are you advocating just going back to the old system, or is there a way this system could work with, say, a higher speed leading into the acceleration zone?
I personally didn't think there was anything wrong with it before, so you know, they're doing it so to bunch us up, to make it more exciting, so we're into each other, and that's the result you get. So it's you know, it's probably they've got what they wanted, I'd say.
I was going to say the same.
Well, nobody else is asking a question. Craig, you're now leading the championship. How does that feel?
Thank you.
And if you look at the results over the weekend, you're the best and fairest, you would say. Are you happy with the result this weekend? And what do you think Jamie will bounce back again?
Oh, he'll bounce back before, if it's not AGP Tassie. Look, there's no doubt that we've had a tremendous start to the season. We came out of here last year in the same way, and the one biggest thing that we've always spoken about is qualifying. For me, has always been my Achilles heel. I think that we've definitely picked that up. I had the same problem as James. I think we crossed notes. I had the rear lock up in the top 10 and went wide, but other than that, the car has been working really well all weekend. We've been comfortable in the car. JJ and I have been working really hard, obviously, to pick up some of the weaknesses, which is qualifying, and I think it's showing. It'll time will tell. I think it's been a fantastic weekend. You've had multiple manufacturers up on the podium. You've had different winners. I think the category's pretty healthy.
James, can you just take us through the last couple of months for you? Of course, you had the broken leg late last year at Phillip Island. The recovery process and getting to where you are now, fully 100% fit. How's that gone the last few months?
Yeah, no, it was pretty cruisy for the first bit till Christmas. I just sat and ate and drank, so I wasn't able to do anything. So put on a bit too much Christmas cheer, so made January a little bit more painful than what I would have hoped. But look, it was pretty straightforward. We had it set out right from the start, the plan. Just stuck to it, and the leg gave me no trouble really. It was fine throughout the whole weekend. The test day, it's the same size, the same power as the other one now, and there's no carryover at all. People recover from broken limbs all the time, and it's no, I don't start shaking when I see an accident or go near a wall or anything. I'm not smart enough to think about two things at once. So it's when I'm in the car, that's all I'm thinking about going fast. So there's no carryover issues or anything. It just altered my had a little bit longer off season and probably had a bit more to eat and drink than I normally would have.
Shane, you've been driving a lot of cars over the last even 3 or 4 weeks. The safety of these cars, when you see the accident James had last year, the accident Bridie's had, and obviously there's all sorts of smaller impacts. What's your take now that you've come back here for a second time and seen how these cars can keep you healthier?
Yeah, we've seen some pretty big crashes with these new ones even in the last year or so with Scotty Pye and James. And I wouldn't have liked to have seen James's crash last year in the older generation car. So I think they've done a pretty good job. And, safety around the world is getting better and better, and that's a good thing. But, the stuff that even Bridie talked about after Bathurst, they need to make the circuit safer, I think is the next thing. Bathurst, there's no runoff. It's just concrete wall. And I think, unfortunately, it's going to have to take a bigger crash than Bridie's to see something really happen, which kind of sucks. They should be doing stuff now.
Cool. Last one from anybody? No takers? All right. Championship points. Craig Lowndes, you are winning, my friend, 282 points. You're 62 clear of, make that 52 clear of Fabian Coulthard in second. And Shane, you're there in third. James Courtney, actually, you're down in sixth right now. So not a bad weekend for you, buddy. Well done. Hate to ruin your vibe, mate. But thanks for guys. Thank the guys for their time. And boys, well done this weekend.